흘러라, 과거의 칼날이여. 흘러라, 과거의 칼날이여. 곧 폭풍우가 몰아칠 거야.
뛰어풀 수 없어. 소원을 빌어봐.
흘러라, 과거의 칼날이여.
인간의 몫이다. 수면 아래는 무한의 신이야. 작별할 시간이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
애군의 맹세.
또야. 떠도는 자를 인도하지.
하나가 그리라. 제대로 서 있어.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 곧 폭풍우가 몰아칠 거야.
뛰어풀 수 없어.
진정해.
인간의 몫이다. 작별할 시간이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 불길의 성지. 떠도는 자를 인도하지.
하나가 그리라. 안 아파. 제대로 서 있어. 수면 아래는 무한의 신이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 흘러라 과거의 칼날이여. 곧 폭풍우가 몰아칠 거야.
뛰어풀 수 없어. 소원을 빌어봐.
흘러라 과거의 칼날이여.
너희의 실패는 숙명이다.
작별할 시간이야. 인간의 몫이다.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
제대로 서 있어. 인간의 몫이다. 불길의 상징.
떠도는 자를 인도하지.
하나가 되리라. 진정. 수면 아래는 무한의 신이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
아직 안 끝났어.
몸도 이름도 사라지리.
내 위엄에 떨거라. 얼음 조각이 되어라.
어려움 없도다.
즉시 정렬.
물은 신이네.
눈사태를 느껴라.
음향의 변화. 작별할 시간이야. 인간의 몫이다.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
제대로 서 있어. 아직 안 돼. 수면 아래는 무한의 신이야.
떠도는 자를 인도하지.
보존의 힘. 하하. 벌어라.
안 아파. 모른 손님이네. 애군의 맹세. 하나가 되리라. 안 아파. 인간의 몫이다.
한파가 너희를 묻으리.
진정.
몸도 이름도 사라지리. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
너희의 실패는 숙명이다.
작별할 시간이야.
약속한 세계.
곧 폭풍우가 몰아칠 거야.
뛰어풀 수 없어. 소원을 빌어봐.
흘러라, 과거의 칼날이여.
인간의 몫이다.
제대로 서 있어.
수면 아래는 무한의 신명이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
작별할 시간이야.
애군의 맹세, 몸도 이름도 사라지리.
안 아파. 어려움 없도다.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
강하다 밥그리. 인간의 몫이다.
진정 떠도는 자를 인도하지.
어려움 없도다. 작별할 시간이야. 수면 아래는 무한의 신명이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
안 아파.
제대로 서 있어. 몸도 이름도 사라지리. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
수면 아래는 무한의 신명이야. 작별할 시간이야. 인간의 몫이다.
진정해. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
작별할 시간이야.
흘러라 과거의 칼날이여. 흘러라 과거의 칼날이여. 곧 폭풍우가 몰아칠 거야.
뛰어들 수 없어. 인간의 몫이다.
제대로 서 있어. 수면 아래는
무한의 신이야. 작별할 시간이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
어려운 옷보다
애군의 맹수 떠도는 자를 인도하지.
상하가 밥그리 인간의 몫이다.
우리들가 왔다. 말고 항복해. 우태는 없다.
진정 물의 소리.
저리들가 왔다.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
작별할 시간이야.
끝났어.
곧 폭풍우가 몰아칠 거야.
상하가 밥그리.
진정. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 또
수면 아래는 무한의 신이야. 작별할 시간이야.
떠도는 자를 인도하지. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
음향의 변화. 인간의 몫이다.
진정. 몸도 이름도 사라지리.
하나가 되리라. 작별할 시간이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
제대로 서 있어.
떠도는 자를 인도하지. 진정. 몸도 이름도 사라지리. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
안 아파. 음향의 변화. 인간의 몫이다. 제대로 서 있어. 수면 아래는 무한의 신이야. 작별할 시간이야.
떠도는 자를 인도하지. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 곧 폭풍우가 몰아칠 거야.
뛰어풀 수 없어. 소원을 빌어.
흘러라, 과거의 칼날이여.
제대로 서 있어.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
불길의 성질.
떠도는 자를 인도하지.
안 아파. 상하가 밥그리.
진정. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
아직 안 끝났어. 내 위험을 떨거라. 얼음 조각이 되어라.
어려움 없도다. 안 아파. 작별할 시간이야. 인간의 몫이다. 기회는 한 번뿐.
한파가 너희를 모더리.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
제대로 서 있어. 수면 아래는 무한의 신명이야.
떠도는 자를 인도하지.
혹한의 심판.
안 아파. 음향의 변화. 물은 순물.
즉시 정면. 걸어라.
안 아파. 음향의 변화. 작별할 시간이야. 아직 안 돼.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
하나가 되리라. 인간의 몫이다.
진정.
절망을 선사하마. 얼음 조각이 되어라.
안 아파. 어려움 음향의 변화.
혹한을 느껴라.
수면 아래는 무한의 신명이야.
몸도 이름도 사라지리. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 흘려. 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
제대로 서 있어. 작별할 시간이야.
약속한 세계.
아플 수 없어. 소원을 빌어봐.
흘러라 과거의 칼날이여.
어려움 없도다.
제대로 서 있어. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 불길의 상징 떠도는 자를 인도하지.
인간의 몫이다.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
수면 아래는 무한의 신이야.
또야.
음향의 변화. 상하가 밥그리. 작별할 시간이야.
진정. 몸도 이름도 사라지리. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
인간의 몫이다. 음향의 변화.
제대로 서 있어.
안 아파. 작별할 시간이야.
떠도는 자를 인도하지. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
수면 아래는 무한의 신이야. 음향의 변화.
진정. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 몸도 이름도 사라지리.
작별할 시간이야. 어려움 없도다. 하나가 되리라. 인간의 몫이다.
제대로 서 있어. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 또야. 떠도는 자를 인도하지. 익숙한 느낌.
작별할 시간이야. 수면 아래는 무한의 신이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
안 아파. 아직 결말은 아니야.
흘러라, 과거의 칼날이여.
뛰어풀 수 없.
흘러라, 과거. 과거의 칼날이여.
안 다쳤어.
수면 아래는 무한의 신이야. 작별할 시간이야. 인간의 몫이다.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
제대로 서 있어. 애군의 맹세.
곧 폭풍과
뛰어들 수
무너질 거야.
없어. 소원을 빌어.
흘러라, 과거의 칼날이여.
주의력 집중.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
진정해.
주의력 집중.
작별할 시간이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
오존의 이름으로.
애군의 맹세.
주의력 집중. 끝내주지.
어려움 없도다. 은행의 변화. 인간의 몫이다.
몸도 이름도 사라지리.
하나가 되리라. 제대로 서 있어. 수면 아래는 무한의 신명이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
절대 끝났어.
풍우가 몰아칠 거야.
뛰어풀 수 없어. 소원을 빌어봐.
흘러라, 과거의 칼날이여.
시련을 받아들이지. 미의 훈장.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
진정해. 작별할 시간이야.
보잘 것 없군요.
인간의 몫이다.
불길의 상징. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 또야,
영광을 보시죠.
몸도 이름도 사라지리.
제대로 서 있어.
충성맹세. 결투를 시작하죠.
하나가 되리라.
시련을 받아들이지.
인간의 몫이다. 작별할 시간이야.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야.
시련을 받아들이지.
수면 아래는 무한의 신비야.
보잘 것 없군요. 시련을 받아들이지. 미의 훈장. 전투의 예전.
진정.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을 황혼의 비가 결국엔 내릴 거야. 떠도는 자를 인도하지.
전략을 다하세요. 필사적.
흘러라 과거의 칼날이여. 흘러라 과거의 칼날이여. 곧 폭풍우가 몰아칠 거야. 흘러라 과거의 칼날이여.
수면아래는 무한의 신이야. 작별할 시간이야.
흘러라 과거의 칼날이여.
인간의 몫이다. 제대로 서 있어.
폭풍우가 몰아칠 거야. 흘러라 과거의 칼날이여.
상하가 밥그리. 작별할 시간이야.
활마라 과거의 칼날이여.
인간의 몫이다. 하나가 되리라. 작별할 시간이야.
Oh, that's me on the screen. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of Pixel Pitch. This is going to be a show where we're going to be going through a number of different games. We're going to look at the quality of the games, maybe even try out a few of them, have the developers talk to you all about how these games work, and actually allocate money to some of these games that we feel like are the best and most promising out of this show. And I'm going to say also with this allocation of money, one of the reasons why that's possible is because of Ally Bank for sponsoring the show. Ally's goal is to become the #1 official ally for creators, and this will not happen overnight. It is a long-term ambition and a journey that Ally is just embarking on, and from there we can become better allies to the creator community, educating creators on how to reach their financial goals. Visit ally.com/creator to learn more. And now that the thing that I have to read is over, I think that we can all agree that there's a lot of content creators that probably need better financial guidance. However, let's talk about one of them who also, oh yeah, speaking of that, money's tight. Welcome, Soda Poppin'. How you doing?
Hi, glad to be here. Excited to see all of the games, the devs that come on and go through and decide where to put money. I'm also very stressed out because again, like I said, I'm used to just shitting on creators.
Yeah.
I don't plan on shitting on these devs, but let's just say their game really is that bad. I haven't seen them. Do I lie?
Just pull out your just turn off your computer. Just say you got DC'd.
Yeah, I just DC'd. Oh no, I gotta go.
Yeah. Oh, guys. I'm not able to be there. Geez, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I forgot the game. That's
how much money do we have to pool with?
We got a lot of fucking money, right? We got a lot of money, and we'll talk about that. We also have somebody here who's actually from the gaming industry, which means that they actually are informed and they know what they're talking about to make the show and us look a little bit more legitimate rather than just two clowns. And today, it is what it is, I'd like to introduce Kelly Wallach. She is the partner and community builder from the One Up Fund. And Kelly, do you want to go ahead and let them know kind of what you're all about and where you're coming from?
Yeah, so my name's Kelly Wallach. I've been working in the games industry for about 13 or 14 years now. For most of that, I founded and ran a company called the Indie Mega Booth, which was like a showcase for independent game developers. We did a lot of events at PAX, so people might have seen us there, but we worked with over 800 studios during the time that it was running. We would get about 600 or so game submissions per year. I ran that for about a decade, so I was playing a lot of games during that time. We did events all over the world, helped to co-organize an event in Kyoto called Bit Summit. So I was also looking at games, outside of the US. We did some in Europe as well, too. I was also the chairperson for the Independent Games Festival for 7 years, which is an award ceremony for indie game developers that they hold at the Game Developers Conference each year. That gets about 700 to 1,000 submissions per year. I was overseeing the judging and jury process for that. And then about 5 years ago, I partnered up with Ed Fries, who was basically heading up Microsoft's game department through the launch of the original Xbox, was the vice president, headed up their publishing department for a while as well, too. Started off working on the community side with that. The fund is just him and I. And then about 2 years ago, joined as a partner in the fund to work on the VC investing side. So In that case, we're looking at maybe 10 pitches a week, and I'm running through about 30 or 40 a week through our contact form. We just had 60 meetings at GDC, which were mostly pitch meetings. So anyways, I'm throwing out all these numbers to basically say I've seen some shit. So if it's indie related, if it's indie related,
this isn't your
related,
first
I've seen
episode.
it.
This is
Definitely
our first
not.
episode. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So,
me and
yeah.
Soda, we spend a lot of time playing video games and sometimes watching YouTube videos and reacting to them. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, right, guys?
Basically, yeah.
And so, yeah,
We don't have to like boil things down to be so accurate. We're like, this game sucks, and then we close it, and that's the end of it, right?
Yeah.
So now we gotta dive a little deeper into these games and get a little bit more specific, and we're gonna possibly suck at that. But we've got you, Kelly, and you've got great credentials, so we're legitimate as a whole.
Great. Yeah, it's
Crazy how
it's
that
an
works.
interesting skill set to look at something that's in progress and be able to see it, through a different kind of lens. Like when we would do curation for an industry show versus a public show, we would take into consideration like what kind of feedback do they want. Like sometimes it actually is helpful if the player is playing and they're like, "This sucks. It's hard. I don't like it." But sometimes the dev can be like, "Oh, it sucks because X, Y, and Z," and like they can get more specific feedback. So, but it's still useful.
So what do you obviously, like, you've seen a million of these games just over the time. What would you say for like the audience? What should the audience be looking for? What's like something to help them understand like how to see a game in development in a more authentic way?
Yeah, it's interesting because there's not many other forms of media where you get to look at things in progress. Like you're not really watching like a half-made movie, right? And then like putting it out there for like early movie access or something. So it can be a little odd, to see like maybe some programmer art or things that might be temporary or things aren't fully done. So you kind of have to like use your imagination to hope, like what it could be. I actually go a lot on like the developer and the team and kind of what their philosophy is and how they're thinking about the game. And so it's really cool that the developers get to be here to like talk to it and like what their hopes and ambitions are for it, because I think that adds a lot of context, especially like when it's in progress. So, I think that there's, I'm going to say this. When I'm looking at stuff, I feel like it's really easy to tell when something's really great and really bad, but most things are kind of like in the middle, and they could be really great or they could be really bad. And that's like what the development process is. So you kind of have to take a look at it and be like, could this be good? And are these the right people to make it be good? Or could this be really terrible? And are these the wrong people to do this?
Yeah, it's like how to predict what's going to happen with the game in the future based off of kind of what you see. I think that makes a lot of sense. And obviously there are a lot of hopes and dreams going into this. And the reason for that is because we're going to be giving out a whole lot of fucking money. And so each one of us has $5,000. So we have a Pixel Pitch developer grant, and this is again Allied Support has made this possible, special grant from Pixel Pitch to our game developers and creators to continue focusing on the panel change, and I couldn't read the end of it, but it's probably on their game, right? I can logically assume that. So each one of us is going to have $5,000. And also, this is something that's going to be very interesting, chat. You are also getting $5,000 today in order to put towards one of these games that you think is the best. And so at the end of the show, what we're going to do is the three of us and the two of you, there's two people in chat, okay? So you're going to get 2 votes, are going to collectively vote on what the best in show in this entire, show has been. Which game do you like the most? And the game that receives the most votes is going to end up winning the last $5,000. So I am, oh boy, I'm excited. I'm kind of, to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about doing this. I am. I'm concerned that, like, I'm going to mess it up. Because, like, usually it's like, if I say a game sucks, it's like, it's the trailer, that's it. Maybe there's an Asmongold react, and then somebody in chat calls me bald. Who cares? But whenever I really have to sit and put it on the line for $5,000, I mean, there's a lot of pressure here. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, it's like, again, it's just the stress of, what if the first game is super duper good? You're like, wow, this is incredible. And you want to dump all your $5,000 into it. Like, wow, this game speaks to me. I love it. But then the next game comes on. Well, you've already given away your $5,000.
Right.
So now you got nothing. So it's hard to, but then you could also be one of those stingy people that like, I'm just going to save it. I'm going to save it. And then you get to the last person. Well, now the last person's up. We can't rewind and go back. Right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the games. Kelly cheated, but I didn't.
Prepared.
Prepared. Sure, we'll use that. I don't know. I was, told not to. Well, not told not to, but like, hey, do it if you want. I was like, you know what? I won't. And so, again, the first game might come up. I may dump all my money, and then what do I do now? It's over. I'll watch.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
I
I'll
mean-
be the responsible one here.
Yeah, and
There
we
you
do
go.
have just so you guys, and this is so y'all can understand where we're at and like how these games are. We're gonna give you a couple of like just bits of information. So there are gonna be basically like 3 phases of development that we've got going on here. We have obviously pre-production, which is where you've got concept art, technical documentation. We've seen many games that pretty much, let's say, never go past this point. Number 2, you've got production, and that's gonna be proof of concept demo or gameplay trailers. For example, Stellar Blade gameplay trailer came out today, a demo came out, and that is phase 2 of a game like that. We've seen many demos, we've seen many alphas. They're always very fun to go in and break. And number 3 is of course going to be post-production, polished, playable demo. That's never people are able to actually try it out, fully understand what the game is, and really get a good read on what to expect. Like, for example, Final Fantasy 16 did this last year. So that's going to help you guys get a better frame of reference for what we're going to be looking at today. And of course, we are going to be going through 5 different games. The developers are going to have their pitch. They're going to be explaining the games not only to us, but also to you. So make sure to pay attention. And we're going to go ahead and, guys, we ready to get started?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready to get to work? All right. We got
Good.
game number 1, and this is going to be, what's the best way to say it? How do you really put this together? What would happen if you put Castlevania and Zelda together? And today, we're going to have Carlos Gonzalez from his game, Feyland, come in and explain exactly what would happen if you did exactly that. So, Carlos, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
Hello, team. Thank you very much for having me here today. I want to say hi to all the 3 of you, as well as Vince, Kelly. I want to thank the Pixel Pitch production team, Ray, and the rest of the team for selecting Phelan for today's show premiere. It's really an honor to be here this time.
It's an honor to have you. I mean, it's incredible that people have signed up to be on my show, and especially with my stream, and like my chat is very very critical, and so doing this is it's a big risk. It's a lot to put yourself out there like this, and so I really appreciate you coming on and doing this. It cannot be understated how nerve-wracking I'm sure it is for some people to have their game put up in front of thousands of people. Imagine that. And so, Feyland, why don't you tell us a little bit about the game?
Well, to start talking about the game, I would actually like to just jump in the main trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을
We're going to play the trailer? I'm excited.
I'm good looking at Carlos. It's fine.
All right, here we go.
작별할 시간이야.
Damn.
수행하라. 무한의 신념. 제대로 서
It's got a mount. And Cthulhu.
I'm a big fan of the art style already.
Yeah, very cool.
Is that a health increase? It had to be.
Oh no.
Ooh.
That backflip's sick. Oh. Okay. Looks very much like Link. And then I saw the outfit and I'm like, okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
I feel like I should clap or something. That was great.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest, man. I think I played this game 20 years ago, and I love to see that. I do. Like, and I bet you did too, right? Am I right?
Yes,
In between?
Exactly.
So, what was your inspiration for making a game like this?
Yes, so Phelan is an action-adventure RPG in a platformer perspective in pixel art graphics. Its main inspiration is Zelda 2, the only Zelda made in a platformer view, and also in fact Xanadu, another NES-era game. The combat system also draws inspiration from the Castlevania series like Symphony of the Night and Order of Ecclesia. So yes, in this game, I'll continue showing more of the slides.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great.
So in this game, you can create your own character. It has some customization options. Furthermore, you also change visually your equipment as you acquire new items. The world in this game is a full RPG. Like you go to towns and you go to a city, go to the castle, talk to the king, and this is a single player game. But these characters send you on quests. Like you have their main quest and there are side quests. The enemies' inspirations are the enemies and the world building is drawn from the Lord of the Rings as well. We have 70 enemies, and we battle goblins, orcs, trolls, a kraken. There's a dragon. There's a giant spider. So there's a lot of enemies that you would expect from a fantasy game like this. There's also human bandits and such. In this game, we made a lot of put a lot of work and effort to make sure that the player were able to acquire lots of movement abilities. Like you can roll past enemies, backflip, double jump, wall jump, crouch slide, swim in directional, and also have directional attacks. So there is a lot of abilities that you would expect from a game in this genre. The world of Phelan is we split into 3 types of areas. We have towns where you expect to find friendly NPCs. There are paths that connect these towns that are like forests or mountains and such, and they connect the towns to the 3rd type of levels, which are the dungeons, which are the most challenging areas and where you can expect to have a boss battle at the end.
That's where shit goes down?
Yes, sorry?
There it is. I said that's where shit. So that's where you fight the bosses. And I'm gonna be honest, man. Like there's a huge breadth of content. How many bosses are in the game? You got an idea? Like how many you have planned at least?
Yes, there are 6 bosses. There's actually the game is story oriented, so the game is split into 6 chapters, and each chapter basically ends up with a boss battle, as you would expect in a lighter RPG game like a Zelda and such.
I don't want to interrupt the presentation. I wanted you to kind of get through it first before I jump in with questions. So I saw during the trailer at one point you're like crossing that log and you got kind of knocked down into the hole, I guess. Can you kind of give me, just lay the foundation where the story really takes place? I'm assuming that's where you get like, the hero, and you get knocked down and you got to climb your way back up, or how would you describe the foundation of the story?
Yes, let's jump to the story. Let's talk about the story. The story is a classic heroic story. The Fays built the world, and they also created humans. They gifted humans with the ability of magic, and they use magic to create prosper cities and civilizations. But then humans also started to use the magic of the Fae to turn it. They turned the magic as a weapon, and they went into wars. These the fairies, a faction of the fairies decided to punish humans for this, and they turned them into goblins and ogres and monsters. So another faction wanted to defend the humans, and they went into war themselves. This happened 1,000 years ago, and the Fae kind is believed extinct when the game starts. You start as a hunter. You create your character. We call it Sam for the promo materials, but you create your own character, your game name, and then Sam is a hunter. He wakes up in this secluded hut in the woods, and then one night he's attacked, raided by a group of ogres, and he has to flee his home. In that cutscene that you see, he's just is that exact situation. He's left without nothing, with no equipment, and in that time, the game shows you the dodge mechanics until you arrive to a town, and then the town has their own situation, and that calls for a hero or an adventurer to jump in. So that's what you do, and it takes you in a trail of quests where you meet some remaining Fae, and they also have something for you, and you may become the hero that saves both kind, human and Fae. So yeah, that's about the story.
Interesting.
All right.
Okay. And
Yeah.
where do you get the? Oh, you go ahead, Kelly.
Oh, yeah. Well, do you want to talk about the story a little more? Because I had more questions about the development and kind of where you are with things.
You go. You
Yes.
go right ahead. I'm sure you got better questions than me.
Yeah, I was curious, like, how many people have worked on this and how long have you been working on it for? Because, like everybody else said, there's a lot of content in here. You know, it looks beautiful. Like, I can tell there's a lot of work in it already.
Yes. Wanted to talk about the timeline and my personal story with this game, how we came to be here. I'm a Cuban-American immigrant. I came to the U.S. in 2013, 11 years ago. I have a background in industrial design, and I quickly, I always, and since I was a kid, I wanted to make video games and do creative work towards video games. But back in Cuba, I did have no resources or access to technology or in the internet. So when I came to the US, I started learning by myself how to program video games. And yes, I quickly, because I had a background in interior design, I was able to do freelance work and put a lot of time, or half of the time in this project, and I started assembling a team and a vertical slice that we took to Kickstarter back in 2018, 6 years ago. From then, we switched to Unity because the engine back then was in Construct 2. So we switched to Unity because we saw the interest to have the game in every type of console. So we switched to Unity, and by the end of 2019, we had a partnership with a publisher, which came into effect starting in 2020. That really helped. We started having milestones and meeting feasible milestones and moving forward with development. There was at the time more than 20 people working on the game with multiple animators and artists and writers and such. By mid-2022, this publisher, this was a renowned publisher, and they changed in their leadership and also changed their vision, and they decided to step out. This left us without the platform that we were going to have for releasing the game, and it was also a moment of growth for us because our social medias weren't as strong since we already had this partnership. So from then we started reaching out to other publishers, but without finding a correct match, we actually just released, and we didn't want to wait more on this game that we have put so much money and time over a decade at this point. So we decided to self-launch an early access version that would help us to get the word, spread the word about the game, and would help us finish the remainder of the project. So yes, this is a whole picture of where we are at this time. From this point on, we plan to continue working on these chapters, continue doing work, spreading the word, and releasing hopefully 1.0 before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Damn, so this is coming out real quick.
I'm sorry.
I bet that must be crazy for you. The fact that it's been going on for 10 years and it might actually be finished at the end of the year. Is that right?
Yes, because we even before by 2022 we had already a game loop. So all these areas, the bosses and enemies and everything has been implemented to an extent. So we really have a game loop. What we are releasing, because the game is story oriented. What we're doing with early access, we're releasing chapters as we polish them as best as we can. So that's why we can have a shorter timeline at this time just to finish those.
So that release day at the end of the timeline I'm looking at is for Chapter 1 to be released?
Okay, no. So what we have already available in early access is Chapter 1 and 2. Yeah, it's Chapter 1 and 2. Then next month in April, we'll be releasing Chapter 3 out of 6. This will mark we'll be halfway there. From then on, we'll do in summer and fall, and before the end of the year, the last update, hopefully.
You've mentioned we a whole lot. How big is your dev team?
Yes. So currently we are like 9. We're like 5 working on it full time, and 4 others doing as freelancing and taking care of some of the contracts as a contract. But we are like 9 at the moment. But yes, where most of the assets and design and level design, world design, enemies, everything is already being worked on at this moment. Yes, we are 9.
Yeah. How are you doing on runway at the moment?
Well, we really have a very limited budget at this time. We are using, of course, the sales from early access, and yes, it's challenging. I'm not going to tell you anything different, but yeah, it's for us, it's a passion. Even the team, we have been working together for so many years. We all just want to see it out, and yeah.
Yeah, finishing a game is so hard. Also, I'm sorry to hear about the publisher. Just to give, I guess, a little context for folks. Yeah, publishing deals are typically based on milestones, and something that's common with project financing, which is like publishing, is that the publisher can cancel the contract essentially at any given time. And that's a big difference with if you do investing like VC or equity investing, where you get the money up front. There's pros and cons to both of those things, but his story, it's not totally common, but it's not uncommon. And a lot of times it doesn't have anything to do with the project or the company. A lot of times it just has to do, somebody gets bought by someone, the boss changes, they run out of money, a game that they bet on didn't do well, and so there can be a lot of factors. But thankfully you're close to the end, and it sounds like you're able to get in a little revenue through getting into early access, which is really smart. It's very resourceful, and it's hard to finish a game, especially when you've been working on it for so long. A lot of people, start projects but don't always finish them. So you should be really proud of the progress that you made with the team.
I think the chapter strategy is really good.
Yeah, I love that.
So we've talked a whole lot about dev size and all of that jazz, but I do want to see a little bit more gameplay. And progression system. So I know there's a story, but what about your character upgrades? Are those in the game? What kind of weapons? What's the combat like? I just want to see.
Well, that's a good question. Yeah, what's the difference? Do you have different kinds of weapons? Because I saw you were using a bow and arrow. Yeah, you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yes, of course. You do. You have knives, swords, long swords, whips, spears. Those are the weapons. For tools, we have bows, boomerang, a hook, the flute, that's what you call the flicken to fast travel. Yes, so you have a lot of weapons, a lot of maneuvers for combat, like dodges and such. To see more of that, if there's time, I think we could play the game build at some point. I wanted to show you also the map system. It's for jump into that if there's time. Let's
take a look at the maps. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I see it.
All right. So the exploration is in a Metroidvania fashion, where you are required abilities so you can travel to new areas. But also we did something different with the map. There are 2 layers. There's a exterior layer in that layer you can find forests and the towns and such. In the interior layer you can find caves and dungeons, and sometimes in the interior of the homes that sometimes are connected to caves and such. So, and they both layers are connected with transversal doors. So yeah, it adds a lot of new flavor and complexity to the classic formula.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think the real strong suit to this, whole pitch is every time I see the game, it looks so good.
That's one of the things, because like I don't know how many trailers, like I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody, but like I don't know how many trailers I've seen before, and it's a 3.5-minute trailer and there's 5 seconds of gameplay, and it's like, yeah, I can see why. And so whenever I look at this game and you've got like, it seems like you have like a dodge roll iframe mechanic, you've got like a bow and arrow mechanic, like you've got tons of stuff going on with this game. I definitely can see why it took you 10 years. I mean, there's a lot that really went into this, it seems.
Yes, our aim has always been to like have all these types of locations and the graphics and all these items and abilities. And our aim with Phelan has always been to make Phelan a game that that stands out in this genre. This is our purpose with this game. This is our ambition with this game. I can talk to you a little bit more about the design process and how we make the art. I think pixel art games today are usually game developers use pixel art as a way to simplify budgets or rendering times, but for us it's a little bit more complicated than that. We use before going to pixel art, we actually do concepts, line art, sketch, color sketches. We design every room. We design with the whole map. We actually draw in Photoshop. Like we do all the design, the character design, the animations. We do all this, and then we move to pixel art as our ultimate rendering form. It's the last thing we do after the design is all pre-approved and everything. It's our way to make the designs cohesive and professional, and also our way to honor to this nostalgic.
Oh, that looks badass, man. Yeah, I love that.
All right. Yes, so yeah, this is about the presentation. I don't know, before jumping to the ask, I don't know if we have time to play the build, or should we just jump into that?
I think that like if we have a little bit of time, like I can play it for a couple of minutes and just like kind of move around, and you can explain kind of like what I'm doing. Yeah, sure. Like guys, we got all this set up, so like some of these games, not necessarily all of them, we're not going to commit to this, but like, hey, there are some of these games that we're going to try and play for ourselves. And so I don't know, production, y'all want to go ahead and pull up my screen? I'll take a look at it. I got my controller right here. Okay, that's me. Okay, so I got me right here, and you can change, obviously, the way the character looks, hairstyle, obviously. You got a bald hair? Okay, and there we go.
Don't
hair
do it
color.
like that, man. Come on, showcase some hair in the game. Come on.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, nobody wants nobody wants to see that, man. I mean, let's be honest. Okay, all right, we got a cool purple hair guy, and we'll go ahead and accept. And then let's see. Oh geez, let's see. I'm gonna spend like 5 minutes doing this. Okay, Asma, that looks good, right? That's the way it's supposed to be.
Great.
Get in the game. Tell us how fluid it feels, how it feels to play. That's important stuff.
And hopefully people can hear the audio. I'm assuming, can you guys hear the audio? Because all right, great. They hear the audio. I do hear it. It's fine. I'm good. And so we've got right here, and this is just the traditional, like old school game, telling you the story, letting you know what's going on. I really love the style here of the intro. I recently went through. Yeah, I recently went through and played Blasphemous 1 and 2, and man, I forgot how good some of these games can be. And so we've got this going on. There's the Fae. They're going to go through the whole story. And you kind of just talked a little bit about the story, and so I'm going to go ahead and just show some of the art, then we'll go through this and get into some actual gameplay here.
Yes, well, some of these, because we already talking a bit about the story, if you want, after you see the start slides, you can actually press A and to go over them quicker if you want.
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
to stay
so
up through
this
this
shows
sec.
the creation of the world, and then in this slide they were creating humans, and how in this one they were creating like societies, dying, how they used magic to go to war, how the humans were punished, and how they went to war, the fate themselves. Yeah.
Okay, and so is this where our hero begins his journey?
Yeah, so this is 1,000 years later, and then something is about to happen that we really don't know what it means at first. So I'll just leave you to watch that.
Uh-oh. Oh,
That's the most smart looking ogre I've ever seen.
that's a big boy.
I hope you don't have to fight him right away. I'm like nervous for you. Oh no, there's something hiding in the shadows.
It's a Balrog. Oh boy, I wonder what's gonna happen now. So I'm here in my house and everything is fine and okay, right after a scene of a bunch of goblins running at some area that you don't know with axes and swords. What could possibly go wrong? And so we've got right here, you've got the hunting knife, and so you've got to see a short reach, light with attacks. Okay, simple enough. Okay, and you can attack, pretty simple. And then what's in here? Let's take a look. Hunter's tunic, all right. And
Nice.
peasant footwear. Oh, good. I have that in real life. And press start to show your inventory and change your equipment. Okay. And so you've got, obviously, those are.
Yes.
Oh my God! These are all the
There's a
weapons.
lot in there.
So yes, this section on the left shows all the weapons that you will be able to acquire, then the tools, then here tunics, gloves, boots, and such. And these are like quest items and monster parts. This is the map. Yep.
So
Holy
the
shit,
weapons-
Carlos! How long is this game gonna take to complete?
Well, we're aiming for like 11 hours, something like this. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The first two chapters are about 3 hours, and this one that we're working on will be like almost 2 hours. So it'll be like, yeah, like 10, 11, not 10, but 11 because of the side content that we have planned after you.
I think
be
that's a
able to
really good
travel
length.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So in this first quest, you're asked to equip all your hunting gear and get out basically to hunt that deer. Yeah.
Ooh, I just saw that number go from 9 to 8. Oh, I can get my arrows back.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, look
Like
at
the
that.
little wiggle they do in the wall.
Yeah. So you can move this up and down. Okay. And we'll go ahead and go through here.
What is the power scaling progression in this game, or is there none?
So there's no experience. So you acquire you will get more powerful with actual equipment. Some magic items like an enchanted bow later on and such, and better weapons like better.
Kind of like, was that Breath? Is it Breath of the Wild like that?
There was no experience in Breath of the Wild. Yes, so everything was through equipment. You're right.
Yeah. Okay.
If we go to the left after you finish your practice, yes, if you want to go to the left.
I really like the animation style. It's really beautiful. It's like fun. It's bouncy, you know? Like, yeah.
It's also really cool to see it in like a pixel game, right? To feel
Right.
how fluid it is in pixel form is. I mean, it's like one of the best pixel graphics I've ever seen.
One of my favorite games growing up was Secret of Mana. So seeing this again really is good. It's very nice.
Oh yes, I know what you mean with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some inspiration from there, of course.
I could see that, especially with the water.
The water.
Yeah, it's a beautiful setting for a Metroidvania, too. I feel like sometimes they skew a little, like, industrial.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a nice way to stand out. Like you said, it's a big genre, you know, and there's a lot in there, so it can be difficult to really stand out in the crowd. So I think this does a good job, especially visually. But yeah, talking about how you made the animations is cool.
Is there a dash, Asmund?
Do I have a
Not
dash?
at the moment. This is an ability that you will acquire later on. Yeah.
Oh wow! So the dash. Okay.
You
Oh
can
my God.
Up and down. In the air.
All right, go ahead and do it, Asmund.
작별할 수
Oh, we can do a down attack. Okay, all right.
Try the up attack.
죽은 자를 위해 눈물을
Ah, there it is.
황혼의
Yeah, animations are pretty responsive. Oh, we got this danger bird up here.
Yeah, that's why it shows you this move right away.
That's a pretty good timing that the mob that you would
threw
have
that
to
bird there
attack
to
in
kill
the
it.
air happens right after the tutorial to attack in the air. It's convenient.
Yeah.
That
So
bird's meant to
you'll
die.
acquire a ledge
And
climbing.
so this is where the double jump is, right?
No, you will acquire grab and ledge climbing
I
soon enough,
see.
but you don't start with that just yet.
Okay.
Oh, so you got to go down, I
Let's see if
assume?
this game has fall damage.
Oh, here we go.
No,
No,
at least not that distance. Okay.
Aw.
All right, we got another
Cute.
apple.
Up to the right. Yeah.
If you get hit by this, Asmund, you suck. Okay, nice.
I've not gotten hit once. All right.
That's true.
A watermelon.
Those mushrooms are sneaky. All right, man. Oh, it's Bambi. What's this?
So this is your quest. You are actually looking for game at this time.
Okay, well, that's a
Oh, you're a
problem.
hunter. Okay, that makes sense.
It's Mr. Krabs. Who's this? We gotta go kill him, right?
Damn, look at the water. Jump in that water more.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Do that.
Don't get hit, bro. Nice.
Okay. All right, I got it.
Shit.
I'm surviving.
More watermelon.
And so let me try something. I did that on
Yeah.
purpose. Okay. And so if I eat that,
Just a show.
okay. So you're picking up food, and you can actually eat food. It's not the same as like other games where you're picking up hearts. There's actually individual different types of food that you pick up in the world, and that heals your health. Is that right?
Yes, correct. And each item has a different health amount.
Okay. Can you bring with you like certain types of food throughout the game?
Yes, you can collect all these, and there's a 99 limit, which will be impossible to reach. But yes, so,
Oh, I see. So now you can select the kind of food that you want to use for the situation at hand.
yes, correct.
And
You can go down just to show the directional swim. You will also be able to attack underwater, but not just yet.
Okay.
so you unlock these things as you
Right.
progress tutorial and story.
Right. So that's a locked area for now because of that. Yeah.
That's the classic Metroidvania. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and this game, and by the way, like just so I understand here, this game is available for people to play right now. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's correct. A disclaimer there, when we saw the trailer, we also saw scenes that are not in that early access version yet. So for people to take into account. But yes, it's in early access, it's available. People can start playing all this content. What you're playing right now is actually our early access version, the one that we have on Steam.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to give away too much more of the game so people can actually try it out themselves. But overall, I will say that, it plays well. There's not a lot of, I mean, it would have been funny, right, if the game had glitched out during the presentation, but that did not happen. It would have been kind of awkward, but hey, it did not happen. It did pretty well. So, Carlos, what do you want from us? What do you want from this this show?
All right. Okay. So, for the investment, what I wanted to ask the three of you, since we are still in this final stretch, and we have also some assets to be finalized, and we are looking for to finish those, particularly background and environment art. So we are looking for $6,000 from the three of you. To spend on the backgrounds art. Also, so what you see here on the left is an example of how we take from concept art to finalized pixel art. On the bottom right, you see some examples of areas that need to be put into pixel art.
Sure.
And on the top right, you see statues in the game, because I also wanted to say that any of the three of you or that pitches in for this goal today will have an in-game statue of yourselves.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Will it be at the beginning of the game or the end?
No, the statues are actually in the Founders Passage. This will be a location together with other super backers that we have from the Kickstarter campaign. And this area is actually a little hidden.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not one of the areas that. Oh, and a disclaimer also on the picture that you see with the 3 statues. Those are the steps to enter the castle. So this is not exactly how the statues will look or where the area. Right.
This is tough because so you want $6,000 or say $2,000 from each of us, but we haven't even seen the other games. I will say that this game exceeded what I expected on this show already. This game has, again, probably the best pixel art graphics I've ever seen. It is an extremely competitive genre, Metroidvanias.
It sure is.
Like it's extremely competitive. But this game seems to be pretty unique enough, and judging by how Zach feels, fluid enough and all that jazz to be fun. You've got awesome boss fights. You've got a story that seems pretty intriguing. I haven't gotten to dive into it yet, obviously.
So all right. Now it's my turn to talk.
Go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
so here's the thing. I don't know how old y'all are, but I'm 33. And I'm old as fuck. At least I feel like it. I see my friends are getting gray hair. It's stressing me out. And that means that I have nostalgia for a game like this. And so I have no problem putting in $2,000 for this game.
Wow.
I will put in $2,000 for this game, absolutely. It's not even a question. Yep.
Thank you so much.
I know, obviously, you know, it's like we got a lot of games, but I want to make sure that I at least give this some degree of credibility. I mean, like, damn, this is it's an exciting game for me to see. I like seeing things like this, and also, like, you know, again, there's a huge element of this that's nostalgia for me. I love to see it, and so, yeah, I'll give you $2,000.
Go back to that other screen where Asmund only had 3,000. Okay, so it almost feels like I'm winning. Like me and Kelly are in first. That's how it feels. Okay, sorry, just pointing that out. Kelly, you go ahead.
I have a quick question. How much funding do you need just to finish the whole thing? Like, if somebody was like, "Hey, I was going to give you all the money that you needed to finish the game," like, what would that look like? Not a trick question, just curious.
All right. Yeah, it's a good question. For the remainder of the time that we have until December of this year, we're basically looking at something in the $50,000-$60,000.
Yeah.
Yes. While it won't be for the art, because honestly, this what we're asking here is really what we have in backgrounds left. But in general, yes, in programming, in development, in implementing and such, that's what we're looking for in that sense.
Yeah.
And I will use this moment to say to your viewers and people that may be interested also on publishers or even content creators that are looking for a business opportunity, we are still open to have a partnership to take the marketing efforts to the next level and also to help with porting to consoles. So yes, just wanted to put out there, even for you 3 as well, if you are interested in that. Right.
Great. Yeah, thank you for answering that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm clueless as hell. How difficult is it to port things to consoles?
There's this process. Each of the game is already pre-approved for the 3 of the consoles. But even then, the game is in Unity, which is highly compatible. It shouldn't be. It should be not too complex from this point. Even then, there may come issues with performance and such, but because even if it's a 2D game, it has many of the modern effects. There's a water reflection, refraction. There's a lot of things going on in the graphics. So yes, and it will take a process. Usually, it should be like 4 months at least that you should plan when the game is finished to release on console, because of all the vetting and reviewing and such.
Yeah, I think the budget that you mentioned, by the way, I think is like totally fair. Like it's an accurate amount, I'd say. And hopefully you can find like a publisher or someone that will come in and do finishing funds and help you, because that's kind of an ideal situation. As the game's basically done, it's cool, people are excited about it. Like all you do is put some money into it and it's out, which is great. I feel stressed about giving out 2,000 early, so because we haven't looked at the other stuff. So I'm leaning towards doing 1,500. Like I feel really into the idea. I love the art. I love the story. I don't know. Yeah, and I'm hoping there's the audience voting at the end, and there's a little bit of extra money at the end. But yeah, I'm leaning towards 1,500. So. I don't know, Soda, if that puts you on the spot to put in more.
Well, okay, so let's say the next dev comes on and they're like,
we
all right,
put in money, Soda, so maybe you can save it for somebody else, right? It's okay, because it depends on how you want to look at it. Do what you want to do. Like, I'm not
But
trying to pressure you.
I also want to show my respect for this game, because again, I didn't expect to see such a high-end pixel art graphics game. You guys have been working on it for 10 years. It looks really fun. It looks awesome. And I'm kind of just going to have to go in and I'm guessing here because I don't know the next games. I have no clue. You want $6,000. Kelly's only doing $1,500. Asmund did the $2,000. That leaves me at either $2,500 to give you what you want or you don't reach the goal. Fuck. So
Well, you don't. Go ahead. Do what you're going to do.
all right. Fuck it. 2,500. Take it.
Whoa!
Thank you. Now, Carlos, bro, you are down bad. You got to at least buy a poster for that wall. You ain't got shit in that room.
I do.
Yeah, let's be real.
But if I'm gonna do my 2,500, what I demand is that my statue is at least
God.
1 pixel bigger than Kelly and Asmund's, whoever else you're putting in.
Granted.
I feel like maybe ask for more than 1 pixel. Not very much on the screen.
It must be noticeably
count 'em.
bigger. It can be minor, but it must be noticeable.
All right, granted.
Okay, 2,500. I'm in.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there it is, man. There it is.
I cannot believe it. I really appreciate it. I'm really thankful for the outcome of this today. I cannot believe this is real. Thank you so much. I was already really happy and thankful just to be in this show and in the show's premiere. This means a lot, and having you played the game is really something emotional for me. I have seen Asmund play RPG games that I like personally, like Elden Rings and Dragon's Dogma and World of Warcraft, and games in that vein. And having you play this today, it means a lot to me. And having the three of you really appreciating the game, really showing that you were willing to put this amount towards this goal, I cannot express with words what I mean and what my emotions.
Hey, you've been working on this game for 10 years. Yeah, you've been committed to it, man. This is incredible to see. We totally support it. This is awesome, man. I can't wait to see it finished.
Yeah, and
Positivity that's going to be coming your way as the game is kind of, start to approach release is deserved. So congratulations on that upcoming release, and I hope the best. I really do. I also look forward to my statue, but Kelly, go ahead.
yeah, I'll say, I'm super, like I said, you should be very proud of the work that you've done. Something that I'd love to offer that's outside of the money thing, and I talked to the folks on the team about this, is to get us connected up outside of the show, and we can set up some time that I can talk and give you some advice, or maybe offer to make some intros for you to help find the end of the funding that you need. So yeah, would love to help to give you some advice outside of this.
I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll definitely keep in touch and follow up on that.
Great. Awesome. Yeah, congratulations. This is a great way to start the show. And you did great.
Yeah,
I know, it's nerve-wracking.
First episode.
I know. Strong start.
Anyway, man, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for sharing your game. Gentlemen, once again, Phaland, you can wishlist and actually even play the demo right now on Steam. Thank you so much, Carlos Gonzalez, and I look forward to playing the finished game.
Thank you so much to you all.
Congratulations.
Nice meeting you, Carlos. Have a good one, man. I gotta pee.
Okay, all right. Wow. So Kelly, what did you think? That was my first one, at least doing it publicly like that. Is that how a lot of the pitches go? Where did that rank on like your tier list of pitches and like game? You know, like how would you give insight into how to look at that game?
Yeah, I thought he did a really great job. You know, like the slides, like we didn't have the questions, you know, given to him in advance, right? And every question that we asked, he had a slide. He was explaining why it was important. I think this is something when people are pitching and they get asked a question, it feels like there's a right answer. But I think most of the time it's not that there's a right answer. It's just that you have an answer and you've thought about it. And you could tell it was very thoughtful, and he's put a lot of work into it, you know, and was very clear about what they wanted to do, what they needed, what you could expect. So, yeah, I thought that was really great. And also it's very bold to come on in front of a lot of people, you know, and do something kind of scary like that. So I thought he did a great job.
He was the first guy.
I know.
Oh,
That's
man.
so hard.
The first guy on the first episode, it's like, man, especially since he's watched my stream, I bet he's like, oh, geez, I don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, I'm happy.
Jack and I are not known to have the most positive, loving audiences that appreciate things.
I was told you guys are going to be nice, and this was a super friendly show. So I don't know who I was talking to.
A liar.
Display.
So
yeah.
That's the first game. I mean, I'm going to be honest, guys. We got 4 games to go through. We got to get to the next game.
We do.
How much money do we have left?
Well, it'd be $6,000 total. We had 15,000, so then now we'd be at 9,000.
Well,
that's the way the numbers are.
All right, so we are currently, assuming we could not do the same amount for every game. We are behind.
It would be 6 times 5. It'd be 30. We have 15, and so like the math is.
Yeah, math.
You see how because it's like, you know, there's like the
I'm
number.
Glad you're here, Asmund. Thank you.
I mean,
I'm just looking at the little calculations on the screen.
Yeah. It's okay. I've got someone telling me the numbers.
Good.
We gonna get in the second game. Now,
all right.
I would explain the second game, but I fucking can't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Nathan Paulson come in here, and he's gonna be talking to you guys about his new game coming up. And FMV Souls-like, what's going on with this game? I'm actually. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Is this
the dev or is this a recording?
No, I bet this is the dev. No, this is probably normal. This is probably what it looks like. One of my viewers. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Premiere. Warning: the video you are about to watch contains prototype footage of a technical test. All assets will be replaced.
In the not-too-distant future, 2007, an evil is brewing.
Special Agent Candace Deke, and I'm here to investigate missing persons.
Oh, Mr. Deke, you'll find that this is where the lost come to find themselves.
Oh my god.
Are you here to
I
take
love the
part in
acting.
the One Wish tournament? Those that make it to the top get one wish. Oh shit. Sanitation threat detected. Must eliminate threat. Nothing
Is
can
he
get in the way of
iframing
my
that?
goals.
I think he is actually
Alright, maybe a
iframing
game or two. Whoop. Whoop. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, quit
He's
moving
aiming at
around.
console.
Hey, that's pretty cool. I should buy another.
That was me.
I thought that's how we described the game. I didn't know that's actually what the name of the game was.
So this wasn't a pre-recording. It really is the dev with a bucket on his head.
Is it a mystery? Do we see?
Oh no. We gotta figure out we gotta get to the bottom of this.
Okay, so first we gotta find out what the fuck we just watched.
So what the fuck are you doing, man? How you doing?
Face reveal.
Hey!
There he is.
It is a Nate with Soul Shared Games. And what you just witnessed is an alarm going off.
Sorry,
But
my
what
bad,
you just witnessed is our prototype trailer for our next upcoming game, FMV Souls-like. It's a blend of 90s retro full motion video graphics with the modern day mechanics of a Souls-like experience. Think of Night Trap meets Elden Ring. now I'm seeing. Be respectful, chat. All right. I see some faces out there. What are your initial thoughts, Soda? What are you thinking?
Okay, so you're coming to me for my initial thoughts first. Okay.
Yeah.
Bold move, Cotton. I want to know what the fuck's going on. Like, I saw a little bit of gameplay. I saw some iframing. So are all the enemies like you with a green screen?
At the moment, yes. We're phase 1. You know, this is very early prototype.
But hey, you know,
but so, yeah, exactly.
So what?
Yeah,
what
yeah,
is
you can
phase
see
2?
Well, so okay, phase 1 is
sorry.
I'm explain phase 1. I'll get to 2. So phase 1 is kind of just get a basic combat system down. Get the basic maze generation of the levels, you know, just see if the game is fun, right?
Yeah.
And then we move it on to phase 2, you know, we basically build out everything. We improve the combat a little bit, we improve the levels, we get better graphics going. I mean, this is all placeholder stuff right now. This is the worst you will ever see this, hopefully.
Okay. So explain to me, I see the crosshair on the screen is moving. Is that via controller?
It is mouse or controller, but yes. So it's a little different. There's a lot of accuracy in this game. Like your main form of weapon is rage.
Okay. And what are the how many spells do you have? I see a dash attack. I see like some frontal cone.
Yes. So you'll have a combination of different attacks. You'll have your ranged attacks where you'll be able to swap out your ranged weapon. You know, we're thinking pistol, shotgun, stuff like that. And then we'll also have your melee weapons, like you saw the sword attacks and stuff like that. But then you also have class abilities. And so that will spice things up.
What kind of classes can you have?
So right now I've got a gunslinger who will focus on, you know, ranged attacks and kind of some agility. Then you have the Deadman, which is a powerful class, but low health. You know, it's, you know, your glass cannon kind of thing.
Got it.
But, you know, he's so powerful, hell couldn't even contain him. That's like his backstory. So he can summon reapers and things from beyond the grave.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm
Yes.
looking at the screen. I see like the turnaround.
Yeah. So that is an ability right there. What you just saw. That is the gunslinger's tumbleweed reload. So when you stagger a bunch of enemies, if you hit a manual reload, it will deal damage to all of the enemies currently stunned for additional damage per each stun. So it's like a build-up. And it plays the sound effect. It goes. I can't whistle, but
I got it.
I can't either. I'm looking the game. So I'm going to be very blunt, and it looks so stupid, but it has actual deep, deep mechanics. Like there is gameplay, there is iframe dodges, there is juggling, but I'm looking at you just looking around like it's you in a green screen. It's just so, what's the word? They don't match each other, but it's in a great way, kind of.
Yes.
So I'm going to say I'm kind of a sucker for this kind of stuff. I actually really love that it looks like this. I like the weird full motion video. When I was looking at this yesterday, I don't know if you know Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. It's like a show. Anyways, you should check it out if you haven't seen it. Or Stanley Parable maybe is a game that is
played
like
that one.
Yeah, a little comparable. Like, I kind of like that it's doing its thing, I guess is the way to say it. And kind of like, I'm assuming messing with the expectations of people that are going to be playing it. So I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm into it. I think it's funny. I think it's interesting. Yeah.
It's exactly like you were saying. When you look at it, you're like, what is this? But when you get your hands on it, it's like, why are the controls so tight? Why is this combat system so deep for this? Like, what is going on here? it's a fun mismatch. It's kind of like a surreal experience, is what I'm going.
Right. I really love the kind of surreal, like the Noovo Award for the IGF is always like one of my favorites. It's like, what is the kind of like weird games made by weird people? No offense, but that's kind of,
The fucking eye
kind of my jam.
So what's the gameplay loop in this? Is it a roguelike? Is it a roguelite? Is it RPG or story?
So I'm thinking mostly like a Souls-like. I'll just throw out the back story of the game. Like, you're stuck in a tower, and a tournament is going on called the One Wish Tournament, right? And so your goal is to get to the top of the tower, you know, killing everyone along the way, getting to the top, and whoever gets to the top gets the one wish. It's kind of like Twisted Metal inside of Silent Hill. It's kind of what we're going for. And so, yeah, when you get to the top, you know, you'll meet a lot of interesting people along the way too. That's where the FMV like really shines.
Okay. And how long would each run take? Would you say a successful run?
I was with the FMV. I think it's more. There's more importance to maybe having a story along the way. I think that's what the FMV cloud would. So I'm expecting.
Finger guns are good.
That's just placeholders. I'm gonna work out a way to get guns into the hands and stuff. Like,
so
I want
what
guns.
Part of the trailer isn't a placeholder?
I mean, all of his place. I mean, this is just technical test. This is right. Very early. You know, this is just testing out the movement and stuff like that. But yeah, the game, I'm planning for it to be about an 8 to 12 hour run, depending, you know, how production goes, you know.
Okay.
But I expect it as a single playthrough. If it gets a lot of hype, it's easy enough to make like a rogue-like mode out of it too. But, but so, you know, let's start with the 8.
So your character, the main character, when you're the trailer you're walking as right now, is that placeholder or is that gonna be one of the characters? Is that how it looks?
It's a placeholder of a character that's going to be in there.
But it's going to be someone with a green screen.
Yes.
Or no? Yes. Okay. Yes. So there's the dragon, or not the dragon, the robot fight where you're like iframing those red beams.
Yes.
Could you tell me, if you could put anything there and snap it in, describe to me what you would want that robot to look like?
That robot to look like?
Or do you want like that, that guy right there?
Okay, so in the cutscene you saw before, that's how I want the robot to look. I want it to look like a guy with a bucket on his head, and everyone treats him like he's a robot, but he's obviously just some really bad production guy. You know, like, is he actually a robot or a guy with a bucket?
So you want to take the green screen characters to the next level. You want to keep going with that direction. Okay.
Exactly. One thing I would hope, I just, you know, better cameras, a lot of those scenes, when I started this, I had one of those fold-up green screens, and you know, trying to do those dodging and iframes, I could not fit inside that screen. You know, I had to upgrade my studio, which is kind of still in the works. But again, you know, I'm building this thing out. I want to make sure the combat feels good, the levels feel right, and then also the graphics. I don't want to go too far in one direction too early. I want to kind of build it out all together.
Of course.
Wow. Have you made other games before? Or is this the first project that you worked on?
So kind of my backstory, as my day job, I'm a lead game developer at a studio that's been making games for 10 years. But on the side, I created my own studio, Soul Shared Games. It's solo dev. It's kind of, you know, it lets me be crazy and, you know, do things I haven't seen before. You know, really express myself here.
Yeah.
With that solo indie company, I've released 6 games so far, so I've been through the design to publish phases a few times. I mean, they're not really any big hits out there, but, you know, I've been through the process.
Are they all kind of like fun, like, I don't want to say vignette games, but like sort of little creative endeavors, I guess?
A little bit. They're all over the place. I mean, I started as a mobile kind of thing, and then kind of realized I didn't like mobile too well, and you know,
mobile's hard.
Let's make PC games, okay? Let's make some fun stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
I like it. We're all just silent.
All right.
I don't know. I think it's cool. I like it. I think it's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I like that you're not going to up the production value, I think, like, too much, you know? Like, to me, that's part of the fun of it. You know, and I like games that kind of subvert the expectations. Like, Frog Fractions is another really good one, if folks have checked that out or if you played that before. So I'm kind of in, I don't know, I'm into the general concept, even though it looks a little wonky. I don't know if we're gonna play it at all because I'm curious if you're telling us it feels great, but I'm like, does it?
Why don't we ask a question? What do you want out of it? What do you want out of this? What do you want? You want money?
Hey, money is great. But you know what?
What are we doing here?
What do you want here?
The real reason I am here, you know, I love the FMV style. It lets you really bring your expression out, right? And what I really am after here is offering you 3 cameo roles in the game. That's right.
Kidding me? Okay.
And which
I didn't know we'd get something.
Okay.
But I can't just let anyone into the game. I need to scout you out first, right? So we're gonna start with the hardest scene to nail, the death scene.
God.
Asmon, how about you get up?
You really gonna try to fuck me around for this? All right, what do you want me to do?
You get up and demonstrate to us getting shot the fuck up and dying. I think a lot of people would like to see it.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna work on some camera positioning here, Asmon. Maybe move that mic out of the way. We don't need to hear you. There you go. Get that out of the way.
What about his final words?
Face. Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta work on the camera here.
Okay, is this good?
All right, perfect. Yeah. Now, okay, they're coming. The shots are coming.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. I'm getting shot. Oh, man.
Now, down.
Jeez,
Down.
my leg. Oh, God. Oh,
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And ironically, if I killed a boss and it acted just like that, that would be hilarious. Ah, my leg. Ah.
Perfect execution.
You're gonna use
Asmon, have you ever died before? That was perfect.
I've got a lot of experience. I played Elden Ring.
Hey, yeah, of course. Yeah, you'll be dying a lot in FMV Souls like too. But
so
yes.
you potentially want us to cameo actually being green screened characters in your game?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
But I have to scout you.
More money.
You know, I have to scout you.
Okay, you want me to try or no?
Yes, Soda, yes. So for you, I'm thinking bowman. That's what I see. Someone with a bow. Can you demonstrate to us killing a room of enemies with a bow? And remember, attacks are coming from all over. So you gotta be agile.
I gotta be agile? Okay.
Yes, they're coming from all over.
The thing is, I bet Pecky's, our show director, knew this shit was coming. And he's like, I can't wait for this part. Make him fucking do stupid things. Can I act like, wait, okay. It's like, moving here. All right.
Perfect.
So agile. All right.
Whoosh.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Excellent. But wait, I forgot to mention, you're part wolf. Can you let out a howl for us?
He can.
Oh, marvelous.
I can't do that anymore. You're gonna get me.
I thought you were the guild leader of OnlyFangs.
Yeah, I was. All right, and then it fell apart.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Ugh. You just made me howl on screen. Did we at least have decent background music to filter out that cringe?
No.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I mean, now that's out there on the internet.
And now, Kelly, you're not getting
Oh
out
God,
of this
now I'm
either.
nervous.
You're not getting out of it.
Oh,
Can you
boy.
show for us casting a level 10 spell, a maximum level spell? Can you kind of show off what that would look like to you?
I don't have as much background space as everybody else here, so
It's all in the arms.
I'm gonna go this way. All right, ready?
Yes.
And
Perfect. Yes. Very powerful.
I feel the wind up.
Yes.
Collection of energy.
Killed it.
Marvelous. You're
Thank
all
you for making
hired.
me not shoot
So did
bows
you
or
get what
ties.
you wanted?
Yes. Oh yeah. You're all hired. Thank you for
Excellent.
coming to Pitch Perfect. We got that.
You're welcome. It was a
Okay.
great show, man. Thanks for putting it on.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Now-
having us.
Now that you have the FMV energy flowing through you, let's talk about my ask. Let's get to it.
A double ask.
I am looking for $750 to hit this checkout on this very reputable website. I spun the wheel today. I got the discounts. We gotta hurry because those are gonna run out.
$750? How much
Yes.
is a new pinball machine?
It depends on the pinball machine.
Probably about $750, right?
Could be, yeah.
That's crazy.
But also, part of that money is to pay for actors. I want to pay them in something other than exposure. It's probably a good idea. But
Where would you get these actors from? Craigslist.
it's
You just
early to
did.
tell. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about maybe going to some theater groups or drama places or something. Get some people. I don't need maybe people who don't act too well, but find that
There
balance.
is a charm in like scuffed,
Yes.
right? You don't want them to actually be too good. Like the whole point is it is stupid.
So that is $250 from each of you to get to that amount.
So
But
I'm gonna go for. Or wait, what's your butt before I
Oh,
say
my
what I'm
butt.
gonna do?
this is also a gotcha. I've got you right here, and you can see on the screen here that is my banner pull right there. $750 gets you a 1-star FMV Souls-like. It will help boost the quality, but for each additional $750, you get an additional star up there, which will also boost the graphics, the quality, maybe also get a original soundtrack to, help pay some artists out there. But here's the thing. If we can get up to 3 stars, each of you, possibly each of you, I don't know how you want to break it down. If we can get to 3 stars, I like gotchas. If you get that 3 stars, I will add a shirtless Nate skin to the game. A playable shirtless Nate skin. And you will unlock it for everyone today, especially chat. I think they want to be able to experience that. So yes. And this banner, it's going to run till the end of the show. So, maybe it's picking at the end of your, back of your brain later. You're like, that shirtless, that is a good deal. It makes for an interesting hard mode when you play that.
That's a less compelling gotcha than I thought.
Azzy, you want to take this one?
Yeah. Okay. So we gotta think about this a bit. Here's what my opinion is. I will give you $100. But the reason why I'm not gonna give you more is because if this shit ever comes out, I'll probably play it on stream. I think this is the kind of bullshit that I would probably try out on my own. It's funny. It could be entertaining. And so I would do that instead. But you can have $100.
I'll go next. So every Saturday I like to kind of play new releases, and I like to throw in a bunch of stupid ass games in there. And every now and then, after playing these stupid games, I find a gem. I feel like your game would be a perfect contender on that list, but it would be one of those games that I play, and then I realize, oh wait, this isn't just stupid. There's actually some in-depth shit to this. And then I might end up playing it again, which is usually how that kind of system works. So because I think there's so much hidden depth to the game that a lot of people don't see, I'm going to give you the 250 on my end, just to give my stamp of, hey, there might be more than simply just a stupid trailer. But the stupid trailer kind of is, or not trailer, the stupid graphics, I guess, FMV, what are y'all calling it?
Yeah, full motion
that
video.
is like the whole, what's the word, catch to the game, if you will. So I'll give my 250. I'm running out of money here.
Great. All right. Well, I decided a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna put in 500. The 500 I saved from the last
my
one.
God.
I'm gonna put in the 500. I just want to see, weird shit out in the world. I like that there are people that still make weird, strange things, and it was entertaining. So I'm putting in 500.
Nate, you seem like a really nice guy. You seem like if we didn't meet your budget, it feels like you'd be the best to take it, right? And we're still gonna give you the budget. At some point, we're gonna run out of money.
I mean,
It's unlimited.
You got the money.
The shit's coming out whether or not people want it. So you know that. Yeah, but yeah,
Awesome.
thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, it means a lot to us small developers when you guys give us exposures like this.
Yeah.
So thank
you.
you.
I love seeing
I'm in
strange
here.
things out there in the world. So yeah, good on you.
I'm out here sweating, trying to shoot a fake bow and arrow, and then the hell's going on?
You nailed it. It looked like it could have been right in the game. You would have fit right in that trailer.
That Hal would have been like a boss in Rage.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
crazy. Power Phase 2.
Awesome. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect to see this. I really didn't. I feel like I'm back in high school where like the first presentation is like the kid that got really good grades, and then the person after that is like the funny guy, and it's like it's not really like there's not as much depth to the presentation, but people remember it. That's the vibe that I'm getting out of this. So I want to say, Nathan, thank you very much for coming on and sharing your game, FMV Souls-like.